Welcome back to the What Life, guys. So a few weeks ago I was selling some stuff on eBay. Someone reasonably local bought a bit of kit and then messaged me on eBay saying, do I want to come to a group ride? They're pretty local, so guys, this is the night that I either meet a whole new load of cycling friends or I get murdered. So as I ease my way through Bray, let me just fill you in on some details. This ride is with the Berkshire Gregarios, which isn't actually a club, it's just a group of guys. It's the Tuesday fight night ride. I think it's about 40k. I didn't manage to pull the map off Strava. I don't know why Strava wouldn't let me download the GPX. They've got 3 pace groups, 23k an hour, 27k an hour, and 42k an hour. So I guess they're pretty serious about it, or some of the guys are pretty serious about it, because 42k an hour is a good lick. We will decide when we get there which group to dive into. Bear in mind, I only did my first up and off group ride chain gangs last summer, so I will do what I can, but I've got a feeling I'll probably just ride in the second group. Well, we'll see when we get there. Right, that's it. Berkshire Gregarios. I do like the sound of fight night though, on a Tuesday night. To be clear, all I'm doing is turning up to a petrol station outside Windsor. I'm gonna see if anyone else is there. This could be the ultimate trolling from someone on eBay, which would be fantastic. Right, here we go. I mean, I am 15 minutes early because I have a massive fear of being late. It seems like the guys meet in Windsor and they cycle down, they pick some more riders up at the BP garage on the roundabout next to the dual carriageway. But from a personal point of view, I do, as much as I like coming and doing these things, they are quite nerve-wracking. They're just like, I'm 41 years old, but I still find it a little bit of anxiety about coming to meet a whole group of people who are obviously really nice because we share like a massive thing in common, but you're always just a little bit anxious about it, you know? Hopefully they won't just call me the YouTube guy and bully me. So I haven't been trolled, and Martin has turned up. And how long, give me the rundown, how long have you been?
I think we've been doing this for like 5 years. But yeah, it's 5 because it was before COVID. Yeah. So it must be about 5 years now.
And how many people do you normally get turn up?
In summer, when the weather's nice, probably 30 people turn up. Yeah.
I'm just happy people are here, and I'm not here on my own. So 3 groups, 3 paces, I'm in the middle group. Pulls on the front, 60-second pulls, swap it out. Right, time to ride my bike. So it is awesome to join a new group, and I'm not saying I am the be-all and end-all when it comes to knowledge about chainies, but I'm going to throw a few tips out here because I want guys to feel more comfortable, and as always I want it to be a little bit of an informative video. Firstly guys, before we even set off, I asked a few of the guys there what the form for the ride was going to be, whether it was going to be a chain gang, up and offs, kind of how long each pull was, just to get a vibe for it. So ultimately I was kind of in the know before we even kind of set out on the road. I think that's actually quite an important thing to do. My second thing is, when you get closer to the front guys, a smooth group is a fast group. You have to start paying a little bit more attention. But there is a bit of a golden rule, which is please never cross up the tyre of the rider on the front of the group. Actually, I saw someone do this middle of the ride. I'm not throwing any shade, I'm just saying that it happened. Just make sure that when you're sat second wheel, you don't cross up the rider, because he will pull off to the right. And if you are sat half crossing his wheel, you are going to get yourself into a bit of a pickle. So please do try and avoid that. And ultimately, the closer you get to the front of the group, the smoother you want to be, and you want to be paying more and more attention.
Just thrown down my first pull, and oh man, I loved it. And what I will say is, just check with the guys what the form is when you join a new group, how they like to ride, because that plays a big role. We're just swapping from one road to another now. 3 groups. The fastest group goes last. Yeah, 60 seconds on the front. Hold it. Swap out. When a big group like this, it's a lot of fun. God bless the traffic light on the Cheney.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I'm loving your wing space.
Mate, do you?
Beautiful.
Do you?
It's really, no, it's genuinely, it's really nice.
Yeah. This has been really nice. I mean, we're almost at the halfway point, like turnaround point, isn't it? Right down here. Right, off we go.
Cycling in a group can be a little bit intimidating, but please try and keep up with your hand signals. Little ruts in the road, holes, and of course when you are passing other parked cars or cyclists. Secondly, this is a bit of an etiquette thing, and this guy does this perfectly, which is he takes a pull and comes into the ramp over the top of a motorway. Rather than putting in a hard push and then getting to the bottom of the ramp and then pulling off, he does the perfect thing, which is take us up the little incline and over the top. This isn't a hard and fast rule, guys, but don't pull super hard into the bottom of a hill and then pull off as soon as the hill starts. That just feels like a little bit of an etiquette thing, but kudos, thanks for doing the hard work.
So we've just hit the turnaround point, and then we get this dead straight road, dead straight. This is where it kicks off, apparently.
So this is where things get interesting. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Our group of 8, and we might have dropped 1 rider, so let's call it 7, gets passed by the faster group going down this road, which is a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. Their group moves ahead of us, and then we slot in behind. So effectively, they've got 6 riders, we have 7. So we effectively 2 groups come together. Now the interesting thing is they're obviously still doing their 30-second pulls up the front and then peeling off, and you can see the guys trying to work their way back into the group, ultimately ahead of the second group. So what's the etiquette on this? You'll see the effect that this has in a second, but mostly it's down to communication, and at some point you have to allow the riders to move back in. Here you can see a little space opens up and he actually just moves in without any communication. Some of the other guys, arms out, little chat with the guys passing up, just move in gently. Now what happens here is one of the guys in the second group has taken a pull and moved off. The first group then ended up back at the front and then put down the watts, and ultimately it causes that little concertina of a little kick. I decide to move in front of the rider in front of me who was struggling a little bit, just so that he can sit on my wheel as I move us both up back to the group, I hope, anyway. And then I speak to this guy and say, just sit behind me, knowing that there might be some space.
We dropped some, like one. Job done. That was a lot of fun. Big group of 8, so like anyone that pulls, you then get like a real rest. So it was great. Really good loop. Really good group, and the 2 groups merged, which obviously changes the dynamic, makes it a bit more interesting. So that was definitely a lot of fun with a really good group. And it's great to get out there and just meet some local riders. The fast group were, you know, holding 42k, or probably 45k, which was probably a bit too strong for me. But when the 2 groups joined up, that was cool, because it gives you a chance to kind of sit on, work your way up. But yeah, I think I will be doing that again at some stage. Try and ride with the quick guys. Nice little route now that I know what the route is. I'd recommend it. I don't know, you know, really how I ended up kind of joining a ride like that, but it just goes to show that they're out there. I don't really know how you would go about finding them, because if I hadn't been on eBay selling some stuff, probably wouldn't have come across it. But that's besides the point. Really good group of guys, and I'm no doubt I'll be riding with them more this summer. Guys, that's it for this week. I will see you on another one soon. Oh, that's